What was the situation? This was right post when everyone found out the Nessa Jaden situation,
Yeah.
and then you hopped on live. How many people were on this live? Like, I don't know Triller numbers. It's
I
gotta be
don't
different
know.
than
I just know like at the very end it was like over 100,000 or something.
over 100,000 on Triller.
Like overall, like it wasn't at the same time, but like
still, that's crazy.
I was like, shit, on Triller Live, that's nuts. And then I remember I was neutral at first because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just like knew there's something on. I'm like, I'm neutral. Get me out of this. 'Cause I don't like being. And then Michael
Gruen
came for your
neck.
Gruen came for your neck.
And then I literally like was the next morning before I went live. I was like texting Gruen like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what's going on. He just like explains everything, and I'm like, oh, so Nessa's a bitch. and then then I went live, and obviously that whole thing happened, and now everyone loves me now, I guess.
What was the quote? You said like you're like twirling around. You're like, no, fuck Nessa. I hit or something. Like
No, I think it was like, oh yeah, Nessa already hates me, so fuck you, Nessa.
Yeah. And then like Jaden was making it super. So you and Nessa like are not in good.
No, Nessa and I have never been on good terms. Jaden, love you, Jaden. We'll forgive you eventually, but Nessa on the other hand is like, because she's always hated me. Always.
What was the start of the hatred like of your guys'?
I don't know. It was like it started off great. Like we're just like totally chill friends, whatever. And then that whole like he's flirting with me. Then Josh and Jaden were like, "Did you flirt with Nessa?" And I was like, "The fuck no." And then there's this thing where she kept like telling Olivia like to break up with me. There's like a bunch of stuff she's done that pretty much tells me she doesn't like me. Yeah. And it was just like, bro, come on.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Hey, like it's like that one friend like goes into your like relationship and tries to like ruin it.
Like, I don't want to say she wanted to ruin my relationship, but I remember when Olivia and I were still together, we'd be talking, and she'd bring up things that Nessa told her. It's like, Nessa told me this, Nessa told me that. I'm like, bro.
Yeah. Why is Nessa telling all this? Like,
yeah, and I'm like, Nessa doesn't.
Yeah.
I was like, you haven't even like met Nessa. What the fuck do you mean?
Damn. Okay. So, but then you said like, okay, we'll forgive Jane eventually, but like, wasn't maybe like as an outsider, I see it this way. That was pretty.
It's pretty fucked.
It's pretty fucked.
Yeah. Like I probably would be pissed. Like
if I'm Josh, I'm livid.
See, the thing is, if it was me, I would be like both them cut off completely. Like I don't. This is something with Josh I don't understand is why he's still kind of like blaming Mads for it. If you watch like the things he's like said, he's like, I wish Mads didn't bring to social media like all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, one, it's gonna be out anyways because Jaden and Nessa are like
famous.
In public.
Yeah, they're huge.
But weren't they not officially dating though?
Who?
Josh and Nessa. Because I feel like it's been the longest thing where they've been just saying like, "Oh, we're just friends."
Yeah,
right?
but to like,
and then they just end up in a
social
TikTok.
media?
They just end up in
like social media, you know. But like behind the scenes, like they obviously like talk or like are working things out and stuff.
So then, don't you think at that point, Josh puts his trust and loyalty is in Nessa, right? And not like his stuff with Jaden is separate. So like at that point, I mean, you got to be more mad at Nessa, right? Because she's the one that's just completely fucking everything up.
You see, the thing is, Nessa pisses more. I see. That's the thing. Like, who's in the wrong more here? It's like they're both in the wrong. But I don't know.
I'd say it should never have gotten to social media, but like you live on social media, so some shit's gonna fucking.
There's no way it wouldn't have gotten to social media.
Yeah.
I mean, Mads obviously made it bigger than it should have been, but like she was hurting. Like, bro, like her boyfriend is getting with like her best friend. Like. That's fucked.
How close were Mads and Nessa before? Like, were they actually friends?
I don't know if they were best friends. Actually, I say best friends, but like, but like they're friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Still, it's like kind of fucked.
And how close were like Josh and
Jaden? Like this, bro. Like this.
That close?
This close, bro.
Are you kidding me? Like, do they live together?
That's
or
like
close.
They live together.
They still live together.
Well, like they're all the house they're in now. Like they've left, but like they've been living together for a while.
Damn. And
like,
then
Nessa and Josh's room, and like it was. I'm sorry, that situation when I found out the whole story the next morning, I was like, "Yo, what the fuck, Nessa?" Like I was so mad.
Okay, but what's stopping you from saying what the fuck, Jaden, at the same time? Because he's the boy, right? But also like he lived right next to Josh.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like.
Well, you already don't like Nessa, so it's harder for you
to it's like I already don't like Nessa.
But you like Jaden, so it's harder for you to like, cling on to not like Jaden.
See the reason so for me it's like I still like Jaden, I still like supporting him, he's still my boy, but at the end of the day, he's like lost my trust. Yeah. Cuz he's broken that trust with Josh and other like
I get what you're
like
saying.
I'll still have his back if he needs it and all that stuff, but he's like lost my trust at this point.
It's crazy how both those couples were literally living in like the same house. You know, like when you have like a girlfriend over, you're gonna be hanging out with your girlfriend in your house, and then Jaden and Nessa or Jaden and Mads are gonna be hanging out like, and they just do like kind of like a flip flop, but only one of them flip flops.
Slow game of Foursquare.
Yeah, That's
Yeah.
fucking.
Shit's gnarly.
Dude, I didn't believe it at first. I thought I was dreaming. I woke up when I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And because they were keeping it low key, like Josh obviously didn't know. At first, he thought Mads was capping. Like he was saying that, right? Like in the very beginning, when things were coming out.
Everyone like was shitting on Mads
Yeah.
at first, and then it comes out that she was right. I'm like,
The internet completely flipped on her. But I don't. My question is like, was Jaden just super sneaky? Like, how was he keeping it hidden that entire time from Josh?
that's what I'm confused about. I even said that on my live with Triller. Is that it's not like they fell in love. It's not like they started talking and then caught feelings for each other like within a week. It had to have been like, you know what I mean?
It
Like,
was the song. It was the song, man.
I mean, they worked on a song together.
La-da-dee. Oh, how's
I'm
that?
assuming when they worked on their song together, like some feelings started developing. But I'm just like,
You know, what are the odds? Like some feelings started to develop, but really, like also you had like the managers and labels also being like, "Yo, this is
Pushing
gonna
it.
be massive. You guys are doing a song together."
oh, 100%. Like their teams are telling them to like push this relationship right now for their songs.
Yeah, the management just loving
But
it,
at the
like,
same time, it's definitely like they're actually like have feelings for each other. So it's not just like,
Okay.
We were talking about it. We're like, this is either real or this is the biggest publicity stunt for like
song.
Jaden and Nessa ever.
yeah, we're actually fucking with all of you guys right now.
Yeah, this is all part of Sway TV.